Hello and welcome to Let's Get Real with Jill. Today is Thursday, July 25th. Yes, we are almost to the end of July. So, hey, friends and fans, thank you so much for joining today live. Let's Get Real with Jill. For those of you who may already know or who are just now listening in, I did change things up this year because I am now doing the Get Real with Jill live video podcast over on Spotify. But due to technical difficulties, no, not like last Friday when airports were like shut down. This is just the Get Real with Jill show. But we're having some technical difficulties when I had a wonderful interview with Tom Tanner. He is the founder of Presenter Tech. So though I do want to explain too, is the Get Real with Jill live video podcast. It's about real people. It's about real life situations. For those of you who have may seen my first show, I actually had an interview and conversation with my son, Kyle. And we've just are bringing in some great guests who make a difference in our world, who are very vulnerable to share their stories. And this one that was supposed to be today, who I really wanted to celebrate and show what he has done and contributed within our area, is Tom Tanner, the founder of Presenter Tech. And his products and his clients are actually the White House, for example, and the Pentagon. So as these conferences are going on, these political conferences in front of everybody, his product is being seen. So stay tuned for when I do not have the technical difficulties, and that you will be able to see Tom Tanner's story. And he is a local person here in Placer County. Very blessed to have interviewed him. So let's go ahead and get started because we have to have some topic, right? Well, what are we going to talk about? Well, before we do, for most of you that know, I always like to start with let's get real. All right, think about this, you guys. Let's get real. What is your priority? Wealth or health? Are you putting all the effort in your health as much as you do with your wealth? And some of you may be like, yeah, I'm doing both. And kudos to you. Share your stories. Let's help and motivate others. Or is your focus when you wake up, wealth, 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 and you put your health second? And I'm not talking even just about going out and exercising, because that is super important. I'm talking about the foods that you are putting in your system, and the foods that you're also putting on your child's plate. So think about your health first. And remember, health is free. You actually, meaning if you want to go for a walk, you can go for a walk. You don't have to join a gym. Food we need, so yes, you have to go to the grocery store and get good foods, but don't get crap foods, and be careful of what you are putting in your kids' lunch boxes, what you're feeding them for dinner, and making sure that you too are doing things for yourself. And take time out, if it's 5 minutes or an hour, for you. Meditate, do your daily devotional, say a prayer to God. Every morning when I wake up, I thank God for the life that He gave me today, and that this day is for His purpose, not mine. So I want to live a healthy life, and so I just want you to think and have this resonate with you. Is your focus on your wealth or your health? All right, you guys, so that's my let's get real. All right, so let's go ahead and get started because, of course, today we are going to talk about the real estate market. Why? If you own a house, if you're thinking of buying, if you're thinking of selling, if you are renting, the real estate market is changing, and it's changing right in front of our eyes. So if you are thinking, so listen up, please, and feel free to share this because it is so important. And I'm going to give you some statistics that you do not want to be a part of, and that you can actually prevent from being a part of. Okay, so just so you know, we are not in 2020 anymore. We are in 2024. What has happened during that time? Well, we didn't have enough inventory, so there was multiple offers. We had low interest rates. It was a crazy time. Then step back to about a year or so ago, interest rates went up high, it slowed down, but now we're really feeling the effects of, and it's not to scare you. No, this is just reality. It doesn't mean you can't sell your house, doesn't mean you can't buy a house. It's just an ever-changing market. So here's some statistics that I want to share with you. All right, and remember, this is not to freak you out. This is to prevent you from being in this situation. All right, so I'm going to share some statistics, and then I'm going to share some things to help you prevent yourself from being in this situation, and for the buyers, what they can be doing as well. All right, so think about this. I'm going to share 4 areas within our market here, and if you have an area you would like me to explore for you and provide you statistics, just direct message me. Call me 916-765-5488, and I'll be more than happy to pull up stats for your area. So, Rockland, which is where I live, very blessed to live here. Think about this. In the last 15 days, 57 new listings in Rockland. I remember when all of Rockland barely had 30 listings. Now we just added an additional 57 listings in Rockland in 15 days. How many homes came back on the market? 12. That's a lot in 15 days, almost one a day. Price reductions. Are you ready for this? Price reductions. People are putting their house on the market too high, and we're going to talk about that. 57 price reductions. 57. That's a lot. How do you prevent that? You don't want to chase the market down. The buyers are the ones that are going to determine the value of your home, so price the market up, right? All right, so Roseville, listen to Roseville. How many new listings in 15 days? This is not the total new. 148 new listings were put on the market in Roseville in the last 15 days. That's a lot. 27 came back on the market, and you're wondering, why do they come back on the market? I can tell you why they come back on the market, and we'll get to that point. And then, want to know how many price reductions in Roseville? 75. So buyers, if you're listening to this, this is your opportunity. And if you think you're going to wait until the interest rates go down, why are you waiting for that? Because you can always refinance if you truly believe it. Or you better get on the horse and make sure that you're getting in now, because now is the time to buy. I am telling you, this is the time. Okay, you guys, listen up, Granite Bay people. Granite Bay, 16 new listings on the market in the last 15 days, which sounds about right for Granite Bay. Back on the market are 4 listings and then 14 price reductions. And Granite Bay, because it's just kind of a smaller community, they're always a little bit lower in the numbers, not the average sold price though. They're always way up and over our areas in the average sales price. It's Granite Bay. It's a nice zip code to live in. Okay, Lincoln. All right, Lincoln people. How many new listings in the last 15 days? We've had 41. Okay. Back on the market, 18 homes came back on the market. I want to know, please feel free. Hey, George, you live in Lincoln. We need to get your house on the market. It's time. Actually, George, before we put your house on the market, there's a list of things we need to do to get your house ready to put on the market. Okay, you guys, so we're in Lincoln right now, and please feel free to share any comments or questions that I can possibly answer for you. And this stuff is so important. So back on the market are 18 homes in Lincoln. Why do you think in all these very exclusive areas, these are sought after communities, especially people coming from the Bay Area, people want to live in Placer County. So why do you think a lot of these homes are seeing price reductions? And why do you think a lot of these homes are back on the market? I would love to hear your feedback. And real estate agents out there, feel free, please. You guys are the ones that are in it every day, just like I am. We don't just go open up doors and say, oh, this house is so pretty. Let's put a house. Let's make an offer. No, that's not how it works. All right, so price reductions in Lincoln. There are 44 price reductions in Lincoln. Okay, you guys, that's a lot. All right, so if you are thinking of selling or buying in today's real estate market, buyers, you have a lot more inventory to choose from. Sellers, you need to switch it up and make some changes because you do not want to become one of these statistics. I would at least hope not. So how is a seller? Here are some tips, and this isn't all the tips. These are just a couple of tips. If you're thinking of selling, or if you're one of these statistics and you have joined me online, thank you. I appreciate your support. And if you want to sell your home, not be married to your home, get to your next journey and have some money in your pocket, these are the things that you should be doing. And honestly, I am shocked when I represent a buyer and these things have not happened. Or somebody has their house on the market and they haven't done this yet. Okay, so for today's real estate market, here are some tips. We're gonna start with you, sellers, people who own their home and are thinking of selling. Pre-listing inspections. Yes. And then you'll say, well, when I bought this house, I had to pay for the inspections. We're not talking about when you bought this house. We are talking about right now. Pre-listing inspections. What is that? What is it? Home inspection, full home inspection, pest and dry rot inspection, sewer inspection. If your house is like 15, 20 plus years old, get a sewer inspection, because if I'm representing a buyer to buy your home, I am so going to have them do a sewer inspection if you didn't, because I want to know what tree roots might be growing through those pipes. Is there anything clogged between your house and the sewer? Because we're going to have an issue. I don't want surprises. So, pest, home, sewer, roof. Yes. So those are the things that I would start with, and a pool inspection as well. So those of you who have a pool, get it inspected. And here is why. So a lot of sellers are like, well, no, I'll just wait until I get an offer. We'll see what they come with. That is why you are seeing homes back on the market. All right? Because what happens is, this is one of many, when you are putting your home on the market and if you're like, nah, I'm good. My house looks good. You know, I've painted and we had a leak under the sink I fixed. No, I'm just gonna wait. So you put your house on the market, you get multiple offers, you're super excited, but you have no inspections to show them. So the buyer has no idea what they're really buying. They are buying the house based on what they know. They don't know anything about your house. They just know that it's pretty and it has courts and they like that. Then they do, and they like the pool because, oh, the summer pool. Yes, they can't wait to jump in the pool. And then they spend $1,200 on inspections, and guess what? There's fire hazards. There's water leaks you didn't know about. You might have this Zinco panel for your electrical. You might have Kitech plumbing. And with me being online right now, you may not even know what I'm talking about. So it's important that you know, as if you're going to sell your home, know your own product. Prevent surprises. And this is why you see so many homes coming back on the market, because people get into contract. They see this laundry list of repairs and maintenance items that you never took care of. And you're even as surprised. And they're like, oh no, we're walking. Or they may say, oh, well, we want you to do this, this, and this, and then we need like a $15,000, $20,000 credit. And a lot of people don't even want the credit. They want the work done because buyers are different now. And guess what? You're like, well, no, we love our house. We had 3 offers on it. We chose you. Okay, well, it doesn't mean that the second offer would have been good enough either, because you did not do your pre-listing inspections. invest $1,200 on your one person's biggest investment in their life, so that when you get into contract, you feel very comfortable because the buyers already saw the inspections based on the price that they offered you. So there really should not be any, it should be much smoother. Trust me, you still have roadblocks, but this is the biggest roadblock that we are seeing right now, because sellers are not getting their house ready to make it a beautiful product for today's buyer. When I go into a model home, I don't see dry rot. I don't see electrical outlets that are broken or cracked. I don't see windows where there's fog. I see a beautiful model home, and everybody loves beautiful model homes. And so we've got to, with the age of our communities, Rockland, Roosevelt, Lincoln, Granite Bay, all came on the map about 30 years ago when they really became sought out communities. So your 30-year-old home might need some work, all right? And I don't want to discourage you, but that's why you go to a real estate professional who can help you and get to the next part of your real estate journey. All right, so that was number one, pre-listing inspections. You want to prevent surprises because you want to prevent yourself from becoming a statistic of back on the market or a statistic of a price reduction. All right, so we talked about completing repairs and maintenance items, super important for you to do as soon as you get those inspections. Make it a beautiful product. Nobody wants to take on your maintenance items that you never fixed. If I go buy a used car and you showed up on the lot and you had your engine needed to be switched out, I'm not going to buy your car with the engine needs to be switched out. The car dealership probably switched out the engine and then is going to charge me a little bit more, most likely. But I'm not going to go to a car dealership and pay for stuff that you just kind of left there. All right? Super important. Your home is your product to sell to a new person with different ideas and tastes. All right. So when you bought your home, you put your style into it, you've got your family pictures up. Nobody wants to see that. Some people are like, oh no, I can visualize. And there's a lot of people out there who can't. So I just want to encourage you, this is one of your biggest investments. You want to pull out as much equity as you possibly can out of your home. So make sure that you are doing the things to prepare your home for the market. If you were to bring your car, let's say to CarMax to get it appraised and sell, don't you usually at least wash it first and maybe do a little vacuum? Well, your house is a lot bigger investment, so we may need to do a little bit more. So this is why the market is changing, and I'm just really emphasizing the importance for sellers so that they stay on top of this, and again, to prevent themselves from becoming a statistic. So another very important thing, who is the buyer of your home? If you don't know the buyer of your home, well, I'll tell you who the buyer of your home is, and I'll create a marketing plan based on who the buyer is. Because here's the deal. Let's put your house on MLS. It's going to every site imaginable. So a lot of people use Redfin, a lot of people use Zillow. Okay, everybody's going to see that. That's no surprise. This has been the norm for today's technology, right? So we're super blessed. We use these online tools. Don't always go by the online tools, but at least your house is seen. But you can't just go, we're going to put it on the MLS. It's going to be seen by everybody. No, us realtors, we need to market your home based on who that buyer's going to be. I'm not just going to put a for sale sign out. I'm not just going to let it wait to go see, who's it going to be? No, my marketing, my social media is going to be based on who that buyer is for your home. So for example, if I am doing an active adult community, 55 and plus, I'm not going to go to first time home buyers because they're probably between 26 and 34 years old. So that's not going to happen. Then if your home, let's say, was your first home and you're upsizing, so it's a cute little 1400 single story home, and that is going to be your first time home buyer. So remember, 26 to 34 years old, this is a statistic. So us realtors, again, we're not just opening up doors and looking really cute. We've got to know what the market looks like. We got to know what statistics look like. We got to know what numbers look like. 26 to 34 years old is the biggest population ever in that year. So does that make sense to you? So the number of population of 26 to 34 is the biggest number ever. So think about this. The best way for me to describe it is in 2020 and 2021, pregnancies galore, right? So 20 years from 2020, so in 2040, that's probably going to be the biggest population of 20-year-olds. So right now is really, so the 26 to 34-year-olds, a lot of them are moving back home because they're trying to save money. A lot of them are just getting married and buying a first-time home. So that would be the age group that I am going to market to for first-time home buyers. If it's a resale home and it's like 12 to 1400 square feet, then if it's people that are upsizing, or you've already upsized and maybe you're going to go to an active adult, that middle generation I'm also going to market to. But here's the difference with these two generations that are the 26 to 34, and then the millennial generation. Listen up, because you are probably the parents of them. I don't know what we created, but they don't want to do anything. Nope. They earn good money. They want to come home. They want their solar panels all installed because they don't want to spend money on electricity. They want to enjoy their pool. They want to relax on the weekends. They don't want a high maintenance yard. They want a low maintenance yard, and they want everything done for them. And actually, you know what? If everything's done for them, they're kind of okay paying a higher price because they could afford the mortgage. But they want to go away on the weekends. They want to enjoy Tahoe. They want to enjoy wine tasting. They do not want to be married to their home on the weekends. They want to drive up from work and go, I get to enjoy my house. I'm going to go, we're going to have a nice dinner. We're going to sit outside in our California backyard. My husband's going to barbecue. We're going to have a glass of wine. And then we're going to pack because we're going to go away for the weekend because I don't have to do anything in my backyard. I don't have to do any maintenance, any painting. I don't have to change out the cabinets. That is the buyer. So those are those two generations. So it's so important. We just don't put a house on MLS and have our pretty picture on it and think it's going to sell because it went out to the World Wide Web. No. So if you have any questions, if you want to list your home, if you're thinking of selling, call me. Let's go through these things. And ultimately, you know what, you guys? It's up to you. You can either be a statistic of what I said in those last 15 days or not. You choose. Okay, so you buyers, woohoo, be thankful. It's not 2020 anymore. You're not racing up against 15 offers, 20 offers. Woo, right? You can finally get a house that you want. But here's that challenge too. Some of those sellers haven't done all those inspections. So make sure that your realtor is also asking the right questions with the listing agent. And if you're a buyer, this is now the time. If you haven't done it yet, buy. And you're like, well, the interest rate is really kind of high. Well, this might be a reality. And if you truly believe it's going to go down, well, then you buy now and refinance. You have so much inventory now to choose from. The inventory, the ball is in your court. Finally, I haven't really seen that since 2/12, 2/13. It's in your court. You've got a lot to choose from. So anyway, so sellers, you can sell your home, you can leave with equity, and so you can prevent yourself from being married to your home so that you can go on to your next journey. Buyers, you have a lot of opportunity, and take a look at the inventory out there. Just make sure you guys have the right realtor. Make sure that you're getting the right education. That is so important, all right? Okay. Wow, that was a lot of talking. I thought I was going to be done in like 15 minutes. So I so appreciate you guys all standing by. So we are going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for listening in on Let's Get Real with Jill with the real estate hot topic. And I appreciate you if you can follow me on here on Facebook, my Instagram page, my YouTube page, and now my Spotify podcast. And next week, well, today you're going to see another sneak peek of my American Dream TV show, and it's going to be released next week. I've seen it. It is so fun, and I did it at Quarry Park Adventures. And thanks to my girlfriend Petey, who really helped, and she's like my product. What do I call her now? She's my assistant, my production assistant. Yes. And I have the best cinematographer, Stanley Simmons with ADTV. He's amazing. And I'm really excited to show you the Quarry Park Adventures in Rockland segment next week. That's when it's being aired through the American Dream TV show. So again, if you guys have anybody that you would like to see on the Get Real with Jill show, please let me know. And call me if you guys have any questions about real estate. And if I haven't hit your market and you have questions on your market, let me know. I'll be more than happy to send them over to you. Thank you so much for listening in. And this is a huge happy birthday, happy birthday to my favorite person in the entire world. And that is my son, Kyle, who was born 30 years ago on July 27th. And that has made my life. He has made my life amazing. And I am so blessed. And I just thank God every day for this amazing man. So happy birthday, Kyle. You're my favorite person in the entire world. And I love you so much. Get teary-eyed. All right, you guys, I will see you next week on Get Real with Jill. And remember, be kind. I've kind of woken up weird moods lately, and I'm like, argh. And then I realize if I'm expressing kindness to others, when it comes back, it makes a huge difference. So remember, be kind today. If you haven't done it yet, you'll have plenty of opportunities, whether it's on a phone call with your family, on the road, in the Costco parking lot. Be kind. Your smile can make a difference in somebody's heart. Their smile back at you can make a difference in your heart. I promise you that. I will see you next week. And oh my gosh, that'll be August. All right, you guys, enjoy, be kind, and thank you so much for your support. And I will see you next week.